This gentleman right here is Mark Mclean. He is the president of the Toronto Real Estate Board, and we're going to talk a little bit about real estate. Hot topic, always in the city of Toronto, and the market seems to amaze us.
Well, it's funny. Just the other day, my daughter asked me a question. She said, what goes up and never goes down? And the first thing I thought about was Toronto real estate. Obviously, I mean, that's not the case, but it has been on such a good roll for such a long time. I don't have a crystal ball, but you know, I think in the end of the day, real estate has been a tremendous long-term investment.
A lot of people out there are trying to get into the market right now, and there's some frustration there because they think that Toronto, they just can't afford it. So where do they start? What can they do?
Yeah, I mean, I always live by the philosophy that you shouldn't wait to buy real estate. You should buy real estate and wait. And so, you know, it's important to kind of keep building up your wealth and save for that deposit as quickly as you possibly can.
Yeah, when it comes to renting, you can also rent, but don't rent at your max, so you can always save a little bit of money.
Right, exactly. Save a little bit. And, you know, I think a lot of people are using the bank of mom and dad to help them get into the market. There's lots of programs. For instance, you can use your RRSPs to be part of that down payment. Outside of the GTA
as well, I know some people are buying outside, trying to gain some equity and then coming back into Toronto.
Yeah, I think that you know, you want to. One of the things is climbing that property ladder. So you know, you live in Toronto and you rent, and say you buy your first home outside the city, and you build value that way until that point where you decide that maybe you can move back. You might find something a little bit smaller, but you're back in the city.
Yeah, I know that a recent article in the Toronto Star said that York Region was one of the highest growth. I think it was 14.7%.
You know, it's amazing. I'm always, I love to think of Toronto as this incredible city with 140 different neighborhoods. No matter where you are, there's something for everybody, which I really like. And I think that if, you know, just like York Region, just like any other parts of the city, the prices keep going up.
And so what can somebody do to make sure they don't go over their head? You know, when they leverage themselves and they go for that home, but really it's just a little bit too much.
Well, I think you have to, you know, have to be practical. Don't overspend, really. And what I like to do is tell my clients is, if you know you're entering the market, buy something that is maybe a little bit below your budget, maybe something that needs a bit of work, and then just sort of improve on it slowly and build equity that way.
What's the hottest areas in Toronto right now?
Again, it's those neighborhoods that are just sort of new developing neighborhoods. You know, I think of the Distillery District is really great. Leslieville has always been hot. And then if you move sort of further away, Victoria Park and Danforth is a really hot neighborhood right now.
Best value in Toronto. Where's the best value in Toronto?
Let's say I like the Junction. Junction is fantastic. Wallace Street is great. And then you can go East York is fantastic as well.
And then outside the suburbs, what's one area that you're really liking right now?
Well, there's great neighborhoods, for instance, in as far as Markham, Scarborough. You can go west through to top end of Mississauga, Milton, that sort of thing. Really great values out there, too.
Right. For more information, of course, you can look on our website, but you can also visit Treb's website, the Toronto Real Estate Board, and also MLS.ca, your source for everything when it comes to real estate. We're going to take a break right now from Breakfast Television. Thanks for coming in this morning.
All right, awesome. Thank you.
Okay, we'll see you right after the break.